Hello, I'm James Karras. This is the co-anchor Ruthie Dial.
I thought you were the co-anchor.
Yeah, co-anchor means like two people.
Oh.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Did you not know what co-anchor meant
No.
before we started this?
No.
You just went along with it?
Absolutely.
All right,
Hi, I'm Ruthie.
Hello, I'm James Karras, and this is the
Our
Trash
lovely camera lady Ariana, right behind us. Hi. We are the Trash Rats Incorporated. We are here to interview people about what they think about our political parties today.
Yes, apparently we are.
We're going to Mr. Bryan's. Awesome sauce. Let's go. Thoughts on the Republican Party? Go.
Too close, like right here.
Brian, you're next. Stay there.
What do you think about them? When you hear someone say, "Hi, I'm a
Scale 1 to
Republican,"
10,
what's
go.
your dramatic opinion on them?
Like racist a little bit, very like radical, they're kind of like.
What's your take on the Mike
Not-
Pillow guy?
My first thought is that, like, what's wrong with them? Like, how do they think that, like, that's good in, like, the way that Republican chooses the choices? But, yeah.
Thank you guys very much.
Wait, I don't want to do that.
Can
You
you
don't wanna
please?
What do you think about the Republican Party?
Like in general?
In general.
Yeah, just in general.
When you hear someone say, "I am a Republican," what's your automatic thought on that person?
Well, I feel like it's such a complicated answer. Do you want, like, am I giving my full rundown?
Sure, why not?
I think, okay, so politics is interesting because it has become, I think since Trump, it has become way more divisive. Because, like, when I was younger, right, Democrat or Republican was just like, okay, we kind of disagree on, like, how money should be moved or, like, little things here. Not little things, but, like, there were basic issues understood. But now, like, human rights has become such a central topic of so many things, right? Like women's rights, LGBTQ rights, right? Racial justice and all that has become such a central focus that, like, when you hear someone say their political alignment, you kind of assume things about how they feel about certain people too. So it's not on purpose, but it's just like you kind of side eye. So Democratic Party, I think, also like has tremendous issues. I think it's like a lot of the same issues still exist. I think some people just hide under the veil of I'm a Democrat or I'm a liberal, right? So like there's still tons of racism, still tons of homophobia, transphobia. I think a lot of people still don't respect women, but they're like, oh, but I'm a liberal, right? It's like, yeah, but you still just like that was still a microaggression. Like you still asked to touch my hair, like that's still not okay. So I think it's interesting. I think people kind of hide behind that sometimes without actually doing the work. I also believe, and this is, should I say this out loud?
Yeah, go
Hot
for it.
take. I think Kamala, our girl Kamala, Auntie Kamala, right? I do believe in my heart, because like where's she been, right? I think part of it was like she, in my head sense, was like kind of a figurehead.
Yeah.
For this campaign, they were like, who could like attract a certain demographic? And they were like, Kamala. Does she do anything? Does she believe in anything? I honestly don't.
No.
Like in my heart, I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know that like she is the first of a lot of things, which is tremendous. But then it's also like during Black History Month and Women's History Month and AAPI Month, girl didn't say nothing, and I was like, like calm.
I know she's making money off the back end. So yeah, make your money, girl.
Corruption.
Yes.
I won't say I don't trust any of the parties. I think coming from my political background, I won't say which party I am part of, but I feel like both parties have both pros and cons. Growing up, I was always told to vote blue by my grandpa, just because in general, just to vote blue all the time. But aside from the racism and sexism and corruption and all the just evil stuff that the Republicans are people, I think the original Republican Party was always to save money in America, right? And have Americans have more money in their pockets, right? The Democratic side is to make sure more Americans have more money and opportunities and benefits, to help them with, right? But I think over the years, the corruption that happened was that each and every person in each and every one of the parties all have their own personal agendas, right? It's not a party agenda anymore. It's a personal agenda, right? And I think that's the problem, is everyone now is a personal agenda, and everyone is forgetting about what they were aligned and assigned to do.
There you go. Thank you, Joyce.
Wow, you really, I don't know, he was talking about a whole nother question.
How big are Trump's hands?
Small.
No, but like if you were to guess.
I don't know.
No. Mary Kill, Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and Hillary Clinton. Go.
Probably marry Trump because he has like the place in Malago.
Fair.
You
said you wanted to get serious.
No, but I'm gonna be dirty.
Yeah. I think that being in New York changes a lot of your, political views. Like, my family are all Republicans, but my mom is a Democrat. I think it really has to do with your household and what you see growing up. Because I live in the city, because my mom is a Democrat, I fall under like the Democratic, I see more of their views. As for corruption, I think it can go both ways for sure. But I don't know all the politics, so I wouldn't say 100% one is more corrupt than the other.
Okay, thank you, Dana.
What's your opinion on the Democratic Party?
Good question. Don't have an opinion.
Any opinions on politics at all?
Yeah, about crime.
About crime. Do you think crime's gone up or down recently?
I think it went up. Eric Adams doing a terrible job.
Did you vote for Adams in the mayoral election?
Yes, I did.
Are you disappointed with your vote?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for your comments.
I think we pride ourselves on being a democracy, yet at the same time we're not giving everybody the right to vote. So I do not like the attempts on voter restrictions and making it more difficult to vote. If anything, it should be easier to vote. I think the myths surrounding fraud are just that. They are myths and they are not true. And I think people should feel like they have easy access to be able to vote and have a say in their government.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Booker.
So I have some pretty complex thoughts about the Republican Party. I actually grew up in Illinois, and I was born in Dixon, Illinois. Dixon, Illinois was the hometown of President Ronald Reagan. It's kind of seen like as at least by modern Republicans, as like the iconic Republican. That's all to say my family grew up very, very Republican. I have that Republican background, obviously, and I came to New York about 22 years ago. Obviously, my political affiliation has changed dramatically, right, since being in New York, because I've been exposed to different ideas and different people, and so I still have that Republican base and history, but those ideas have been challenged a lot by living in New York City. So I can understand, I think, can understand the perspectives of each party pretty well, and more than most people, because I kind of have lived in both worlds.
Awesome, thank you.
Who's your favorite Republican senator? Go.
Republican? No.
You gotta pick a favorite.
No, we don't do that.
If you had to.
Okay, do not my favorite. I think he's very funny. Ben Shapiro.
It's a questionable choice. First of all,
I don't like him.
Wait. That's just not a senator. He's just not in the. He's just not in the Senate or Congress as a whole. He runs a YouTube channel. Yeah, he's just a youth. That's it. That's all he does.
I thought he's like a big news person.
No, he just has a YouTube channel. That's it. And nobody's like, all right.
Not a senator.
All right. Do you know one Republican?
It's okay.
Well, Candace Owens is also like one of those like weird.
Okay, why are you so in the right wing conservative internet sphere?
Well, because it's just all over my For You page. I'm not a Republican, guys. Go Donkeys.
Would you say you're aware of what's going on in the world right now?
Yeah, I'd say relatively.
Do you think the U.S. politics?
Shut up, James. Guys, go away.
I wanted to ask about corruption.
Literally the question that I had that you had. Hi, Joyce.